It's the biggest TV I've ever seen. This pool table is a highlight of this living area. I didn't even realize that there's a room here. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel and we're back with another home tour. Today we're in Bishan to check out a beautifully transformed 5-room resale apartment. What was previously a normal HDB flat has been completely transformed into a sleek, open concept with both function and design. Today we have the interior designer with us, Priscilla.
Hi everyone!
Priscilla, could you share with us more about the homeowner and the vision behind this design?
Sure, this house is designed for a bachelor that reflects his social lifestyle. Day to day, he loves to entertain his friends, having a bit of soccer nights and movie nights to unwind. So we really make sure that the whole house is very interactive and functional. So on top of that, the main thing is we try to make sure that home is adaptable for future use, whether for different lifestyles or resale value later on.
I'm excited. Let's go!
Let's go!
Right from the entryway, this space feels so large and open. I heard that the original floor plan was quite different. What are the changes?
Yes, originally this was a more compartmentalized layout, so there was a segregated kitchen, living and dining area. So the first decision was to hang down all the walls in the kitchen, such that there's a light flowing into this all the seamless flow to the whole space here. So we also made sure that we keep the bedroom walls were intact, such that the communal areas are all in one.
I definitely feel the largeness of the space here now.
Yes, natural light can flow in seamlessly into the whole space here. So everybody think that open concept means just hacking down walls, but it's really creating a good flow and functionality between all the areas.
I'm excited to explore the other areas. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
There you go.
Thank you, Priscilla. Wow, this kitchen feels like a dream to people who host. Like the open layout, the island, the finishes, it just all comes together.
Yes, this island is actually more than just an island. It's not just a place to cook, because my client do like to host his friends around this island. And also we make sure the prep area is just nice together with the sink, and there's a good flow with everything in place.
I noticed that the island has a sink and a hob as well. Were there any challenges in making it happen?
Because the island is not in the original layout of the kitchen, so we really have to extend the pipes from the kitchen all the way to the island over here to accommodate the sink, the dishwasher, and also the water dispenser. So the careful planning has to be planned out before we extend the pipes.
And I noticed that the light adds a modern aesthetic to all of this.
Now this is actually a magnetic recessed straight light that not only functions as a task light focused lighting, but also you can see those lighting modules over here. This allows my client to swap around every position as and when the island is being used.
Priscilla, what area is this?
This is actually a dry pantry. Me and my client, we talk about having accessible corner for the friends. So let's say they play pool over here and they can easily access the drinks at this dry pantry right here. It also has a mirror and natural light can be reflected back into the island again.
Nice shot! Thank you! This pool table is a highlight of this living area. It feels integrated into the space and not just an entertainment by itself.
Yeah, this pool table is actually a key feature from the design brief that me and my client discussed right from the start. So usually I do discuss about lifestyle preferences with my clients. From the first meeting, my client shared that he really wants entertainment space that feels part of a home. So you can see that this pool table is actually multifunctional as well. It can double out as a dining table as and when you need it.
Wow! I imagine it must have been tricky fitting this full-size pool table into this living space without feeling cramped.
Precisely. So this pool table is not only big, but you also need 1.5 meter space around because you need to use the stick to heat it, right? So we need to have careful planning, and we do revisit the renovation site for multiple times to make sure that the spatial positioning and everything feels right together with the sofa, the appliances around, and also the island.
And I can't help but notice the lighting. It adds to this atmosphere. It feels so warm and cozy.
Yeah, so this is actually one of the key features of the whole space. We revised it quite a number of times because before we hacked the walls, right, we didn't actually realize that there's a lot of structural beams around. So we need to reconfigure the whole lighting plan and porcelain design to make sure that the whole space has this skylight to be covering the whole pool table. So you can see that also the lights feel very diffuse and very soft. This is because we actually ensure that there's allowance right between the acrylic panels and also the concrete walls so that it's not very harsh lighting.
And I heard something special about this lighting.
Oh, these are actually smart lighting, so you can be controlled using your phone.
But this is perfect for tech-savvy homeowners.
Yes, definitely. So my client is also someone who appreciates like things that are smart. So everything in the house, right, is actually easily controlled with his phone. So the smart lights here and also the appliances here, yeah, it's all being controlled by his phone.
Wow, sounds amazing. Pris, could you help me recline this chair like yours?
Sure, you just click on the button on the right.
This one?
Yes, this one. Here also adjust the headrest.
This feels so comfortable.
Yeah.
After one whole long day worth of work, this is amazing. Especially this 90-inch TV.
Stop, it's actually 98-inch TV.
98-inch?
Yes, it's the biggest TV that I've ever installed in my life.
It's the biggest TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, Rachel, you like cozy spaces? Shall I bring you to the bedroom?
Sure, I'm excited.
So the bedroom is actually beside you here.
I didn't even realize that there's a room here because of this design.
Yeah, so this is actually a wallpaper that we actually run it around the whole space. So it's a very industrial looking wallpaper from Wallhub, and it has a very cohesive detailing throughout the living room.
I feel like it makes the space more spacious.
Yes, it does. Here we go. Here is the cozy bedroom.
Wow, this place feels so serene and cozy.
So the flooring is very different from the living room. So the living room we actually use floor tiles, whereas for bedroom we try to keep it like more warm to the feet. We use vinyl over here, and it also has very nice greens and matches the laminates around this bedroom. So to add on the design of this master bedroom, my client told me that he wanted a king size bed. So we strategically positioned this king size bed over here. Let me show you a surprise. The nice scenery that you can see here. You can enjoy the scenery while resting on your bed. So you can see here, these are also like full height storage wardrobes. They also help to reduce the clutter in the whole space. And this laminate is actually the same as what you see from the living room to keep the whole space very cohesive. And you can look at the lightings here. You can see that these are all warm lightings. It's also able to control with the smartphone.
Thank you, Priscilla, for this home tour. So for our fellow bachelors watching, what are some tips you'd like to give them in terms of designing their homes?
So one thing I recommend is to future-proofing your house for maintaining flexibility for evolving needs. As a bachelor, you really want to keep your options open for future changes. For this project, I think the space design is really evolving more about maintaining the openness of the whole space and also to minimize the barriers for different future needs to be aware of. And one thing is to consider is also the material choice. So for the both bathrooms, I actually use micro cement for the walls and also for the floors. So micro cement is something that is grout free and it's so very modern. You can easily choose the colors and the texture for your bathroom finishing. So grout free means that it's actually very easy to clean and maintain in the long run. Also, if you do not want to have too much built-in carpentry, it's also possible to have some open space like this yard that I have stationed for my client here. So this yard is actually stationed to house the appliances for the home. So it includes robot cleaner, washer dryer, and also handheld vacuum cleaner here. So we try to keep it less built-in carpentry. So next time if my client were to change out certain requirements for this space, he can easily change it out.
Thank you for these great tips, and I think it's amazing how you try to future-proof the owner's house design to ensure that the design remains relevant with time to come. Yeah, so thank you for your time today, Priscilla.
Pleasure.
If you're interested in working with Priscilla from H Design, feel free to view more about the details in the bio below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our future episodes on our This Home Tour series. Bye-bye!
Bye.